We are live. I see the live button.
We alive?
We
Yeah,
live?
I see it now.
We live.
Of course.
So, peoples, I was just going to do a vid about this, but man, no, this is just too big. E3 2014 is right around the corner, and I just want to talk about it with, my internet friends out there. So this is going to be a little introduction of all the people we got inside. Rocking with me, we got a member of the PlaceForGamers.com, Shawn Michaels. Speak your piece, my brother.
What's up?
We got Abel, we got Games Debates, aka LeBron James, aka Bill Cosby, aka Stephen A. Smith, aka Mr. Abel Green.
I'm done.
Yeah, thank you.
Done.
You already know.
We got a guy that goes out of his way to get every trophy there is right now. He has no social life whatsoever. Every game he buys, he has to get every single trophy. That is his life's goal.
That's the
Rico
truth.
so peace, my brother.
Rigason won. The only one. Just hit level 30.
We got, I don't even know what to say for Peter. What's up, Peter?
Wow.
I don't know what to say. We got Peter, our friend in here. We got Mr. Shredded Games HD in the building.
No, I got fat. It's your boy. It's your boy, though. Thanks for having me here.
And last but not least, we got that boy Step Mac 35.
Everybody.
All right, so dude, let's talk about E3. Let's get straight into it. But we're gonna begin with Nintendo. Before I will always leave Nintendo as last because it's Nintendo. But let's start with them first. So, as we all know, Nintendo is not going to have an E3 conference this year. It's kind of disappointing, but they're taking the whole online streaming. They're going to stream their event instead. So, what games do you think they'll show? What's your predictions for the Nintendo, online stream, I guess? And what games would you like to see? Whoever wants to start. And
I'll make this quick. I'm hoping they're gonna try to show. They're gonna definitely show more than just games, because you already hear from what Iwata was saying. He wants to expand more than just gaming. He wants to bring out more entertainment. So I see them bringing that out. But I also hope to see them bring out like a Metroid or Star Fox. Try to bring back some of the old games we used to love, not just Super Smash Bros. I'm trying to see more games.
well, yeah, of course we're going to see Smash Bros. Because they got that event.
Yeah, but instead of having like only a game like that where we have to wait every year, I want to see some of the old games be brought back, the story for those games. So that's just what I'm hoping they bring out.
You're right. I mean, just like you said, I do want to see a new Metroid Prime. I want to see a new Star Fox. People have been asking for a new Legend of Zelda for the longest.
How about a new character, period?
Yeah, so I mean, those are really the games that I want to see from Nintendo. Whoever else wants to say what they want to see or predict.
I want to see some more gameplay of Hyrule Warriors or whatever. That game looks pretty interesting to me.
Yeah.
I think the only way they can make Hyrule Warriors not bad is to make it extremely hard.
I wouldn't mind that. I mean,
because that's the problem with Hyrule Warriors. It's made by people who made dinosaurs, and people say the main problem with dinosaurs is that it is repetitive and boring. But if it's hard and they can't beat it, then they can't call it boring because they can't beat it. It's giving them a challenge. So I think Hyrule Warriors, it depends on how hard it is, because it's not looking good for that game, man.
I can see them making the game challenging and it still being fun to it. I can see that.
I mean, what could Nintendo show this year that could really get you interested in what? I might buy a Wii U sometime soon.
A mature game?
Not only mature game, but just you said for the Wii U or even for their new console for a new console.
Well, that leads me into my next question. Would you rule out a possible announcement of, I don't know, say a GameCube 2?
No, I mean, I do know they're gonna bring out and introduce a new console. I'm just hoping the console's powerful enough to run for third parties for support, and I still personally the reason why I do suggest people have a Wii U, because still it has a lot of those games that what is it that they stay true? Remember, they stay true to their classics. They're always gonna keep bringing out Mario and all these other games, and we're never gonna get that on these other consoles. So that's why I do have well, not my Wii U, it's my nephew, but that's why I play the Wii U because that's the only place where I'm gonna be able to play these games. I just hope the new consoles they bring out a whole bunch of new characters and stop, recycling
Yeah,
every year.
yeah,
That's the
definitely.
problem.
Give us new characters. I definitely agree with that. If they don't give us something new that excites and puts more of a mature tone on Nintendo, I'm not interested. Like point blank period. I'm not interested. Don't care. They need to take it to the next level and get the older people excited because we all grew up off of Nintendo, but now we have matured to young adults and some people dads and parents. I don't know who, but yeah, it's they just definitely need to put a mature tone on
Did you turn off your camera? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, they need to show more.
I'd like to see a zombie too.
What about you, Sean? You guys said.
I'd like to see a zombie was apparently supposed to be really good, but the gamepad
This man
and I think
painting right now.
That struggle Wi-Fi.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, so you do think that they're going to announce a new console at this year's E3?
I think so.
I don't think so. Like if they were to announce a new console now, then the people that bought the Wii U would be like incredibly pissed because they spent the money on the Wii U and then all of a sudden they're gonna ditch that and come out with a whole new console.
I mean, but even if they was to announce it, it doesn't mean it's gonna come out like soon. I mean, they might, announce it and then, but we won't see it till like I don't know, 2018 or 19. Whatever.
Right.
That's true.
But who would they like Steph, you said they would piss off a lot of people. Who would they really piss off though? You know what I mean? I like who really bought into the Wii U straight away? So
die
I
hard
mean,
Nintendo.
A lot of people did, man.
Die-hard Nintendo fans.
I mean, of course, diehards, but I'm saying I mean, they'll just be casualties of war. Let's move forward and get the system out.
Well, I mean, I did read an article. I thought Iwata stated that they're gonna be releasing the next Nintendo console later next year. So they might make some announcements later on this year or maybe early on next year. But overall, first they just need to have some good characters. They need to make some new characters with some good personality. They need to because they have like a lot of new IPs that have characters that they're like for kids and they need to stop catering to like the kids and casuals. They just need to make a game that had like damn, wow, I'm bugging. Well, that caters more to like a more competitive gamers and just all in general. They just cater too much for kids, and it's killing the console right now. And they limit so much for us. Like we need more features for Nintendo. The chat system is just. Hopefully they can bring it for next year, man.
So tell me something. How many people inside here actually own a Wii U?
Well, I got one for my nephew, but I play it as well, so I can say, I do play the Wii U. I play that new Donkey Kong.
I haven't had a Nintendo console.
I'll tell you what I do have.
What'd you say, Sean?
Vita. I'll tell you what I do have, a Vita.
Me too, and it's so irrelevant because this shit is trash. Yo, I'm a
the Vita smooth. Okay, leave the Vita out of this. But would you guys rule out a possible price drop for the Wii U after Microsoft announced the price drop for the Xbox One? What if they dropped the price of the Wii U to like $250?
What is it right now? I thought it was $250.
Yeah, man, they were doing that. They were doing $250 because they were gonna stop selling it in certain stores. Bundles is $299 now, not $299 by itself.
Oh, so the Wii U just by itself is $250 now.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
But still, I mean, like it's not that like that console's $250, but remember we got PlayStation 3s that are $249.99 that have way more features in it. So the Wii U is just like a handheld. It is a handheld, but it should be way cheaper than that. From what we see that's in that console, it's not worth $250 at all.
I mean, any less than that, I don't think they could really profit from that.
No, that's true too. Yeah.
I definitely would like to hear the opinions of a hardcore Nintendo fan that plays their Wii U and their Nintendo DS.
I wish I found one, man.
Obviously, their opinions. No. I mean, obviously, all of us are here speaking on what we want Nintendo to do. But is anyone? I don't think anyone here thinks that Nintendo is their primary console. No.
No.
So that's when I was saying I would like to hear what what those Nintendo guys out there that
Yeah.
call the Nintendo Wii U their primary console. I would like to hear what they would like to see
I mean,
Nintendo do, because apparently they're satisfied by what they're getting.
oh,
And obviously, us here, we are not, which is why it's not our primary console. You know?
I
And,
mean, there.
and that's the thing. Like people think we just like hate on Nintendo. It's not that. It's just we actually want
You want
Nintendo
more
to
from
do
the
good.
console.
But it's
Yeah,
just
that's true. Yeah.
since the GameCube. I mean, at least for me, they really haven't like I haven't really looked at a Nintendo console as being my primary, console to play on since the GameCube. Really,
I used to game hard on GameCube too. It was
Everybody
ridiculous.
used to know.
no
Yeah,
doubt.
the main reason that not a lot of people see Nintendo, the Wii U as their primary console is because you know how like whenever a game is coming out for like the PS1 and the PS4 and the Xbox One, it's not coming out for the Wii U, or the Wii U gets an inferior version compared to those. And back in the GameCube era, you know, whatever game came out, if it was multi-platform, it was pretty much equal across the three consoles.
Right.
yeah,
And
like
not no, no, go Abel, go ahead.
yeah, nobody's really enthused. Like even if you brought in a diehard Nintendo head for what reason? Like I don't see it
No, no,
benefiting.
no. I said the only reason I would like to hear it is out of curiosity, because obviously, you heard those people, those Nintendo guys that say that even if Nintendo fails, and they still have enough money to go on for like a
I
long
believe no, I
time.
believe they do have enough money. I'm
Oh
sure they.
yeah, so obviously
Nintendo's not.
financially they're doing something correct. Obviously not with the Wii U. I'm talking about the 3DS and everything
Right.
before that.
That's really holding them down. That
Um,
3DS.
yeah, just I know there's people out there that are satisfied with the Wii U. Obviously that's a niche, and they only talk on the internet. They don't really come into Skype chat rooms and whatnot. But I'm interested. I'm just interested to see what they want, because you know I really don't see anything that they could really show off that could get me personally
Right.
to even buy it. I don't even know.
No,
Yeah.
and I agree, but I do think like if we were to meet like with a diehard Nintendo fan, I think they'll be upset as well because
Mhm.
diehard Nintendo fans would understand that they want a new Zelda, they want a Metroid,
Mhm.
they want a
Yeah.
Star Fox, they want these games too, and to see what Nintendo's bringing, I know they're upset as well. But I've actually met people who are diehard 3DS fans and who game on that as their primary, believe it or not. And it's
Yeah.
crazy. And I know a lot of those, and it's crazy. They enjoy it, and I sometimes ask them like, what is it, and they just talk about everything within the game, and I'm just like, and they go in depth with the story, and I can't even say something about a game and a console and go in depth on why I love this so much. So I do understand a lot of Nintendo fans just, and I hear a lot of people too say the Wii U upsets them because it doesn't have that Nintendo feel for them. It doesn't support what Nintendo used to have. So
Right.
I
Right.
just think
Right.
it's the console in general.
And
Yeah,
I
it's
also think
interesting.
they have to improve the online experience because people are like still asking for voice chat and still asking
Seriously,
for
man.
all this stuff. Like Nintendo has to catch up in so many different like places.
But yeah,
And they got the money for it, so that's not an issue.
yeah, and I think Nintendo can definitely smash the consoles if they were to bring out something and with multiplayer and with online. I think if they were to do a lot of co-op multiplayer with their games, with a lot of their classic games, because I don't see a lot of games like I've said before. Some games shouldn't be multiplayer, but I can see Nintendo trying to integrate people, bring a lot of games of their classics and stuff, and having a lot of co-op games, and I think that can bring them back as well. But they need to just bring back that DNA they had before with Nintendo and just stop with like trying to limit stuff, and it's not working for them.
Yeah. I mean, let's hope that they do good at this year's E3 because I do want to see Nintendo get back to where they used to
Wait,
be.
so they are coming to E3?
No, well, they're not going to have a conference, but they're still going to be a part of E3.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna have a huge presence on the show floor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So now let's talk about Sony. Riku, you have on your PlayStation 4 shirt. Okay, so we're gonna start off with you first off because you love the Vita so much. We
I
all
love
know
my
that they
Vita.
always kind of start off with the Vita first. Since they just
You
came
like
out.
the Vita?
Oh yeah, I love my Vita.
No, I can respect that. I just want to know why.
But
Well, I'll get into that.
so with the
Go ahead.
new Vita that they just came out with, the Slim, they're gonna have a. I'm pretty sure they're going to like show off stuff for the Vita and the future for the Vita and the games and stuff like that. What could they do to like get more people interested in the Vita?
Okay, well, here's the thing I stand by. The Vita is a niche within a niche, if you understand where I'm coming from with that. The audience that want the Vita is really niche. So to try and get more people into it, it's going to be difficult for them. They're going to have to bring a Vita experience to the Vita. They need to stop with these games. You know how they were advertising the Vita when it first came out. They were saying your next gen experience on a handheld.
Yeah.
That's not working out for them. You just saw Borderlands 2 come out for the Vita, and what I've been hearing, it's completely terrible. I didn't want it. So I think, in my opinion, I think the only reason why that version even came out is because Greg Miller and Colin, they were ranting and raving about, oh, we need a Borderlands on the Vita. We need a Borderlands on the Vita. And it's going to sell crazy. And then the people were just like, okay, we'll make it. And then look what happened, Not
Yeah,
selling.
like even when Borderlands, I mean, it's an old game.
First of all, it's old.
And then they freaking said Borderlands 2 on the Vita is gonna be the testing ground for third-party Western
No.
developers on
When
it.
you do a first-person shooter on the Vita, that did it wrong. Call of Duty did it wrong. Burning Skies did it wrong.
Killzone.
Mercenary
Right.
did it.
Mercenaries did it right, and that's what I'm talking about. Mercenaries wasn't trying to be
A console game.
It wasn't a port. It was an
Specific.
engine. Yeah, it was the Killzone 3 engine, but it was created for the Vita. All those other first-person shooters that I just named, Burning Skies, all of those weren't made, for the Vita, and they weren't catered to it. When you think of games that were catered towards the Vita and made from the ground up, everyone says they're great. Gravity Rush, Golden Abyss, Mercenaries, Soul Sacrifice. All of those games are good, and that's what I think they need to work on. They need to work on those things. They need to stop with the ports. And indies, that's a whole different
The
topic.
indies need to stop. I'm sorry.
I don't think the indies need to stop, but it can't be just indies.
Yeah, it's like they're
Can't be
showing
just-
like it's all about the indies in it right now.
Because I understand with the PS4 when it comes to indies right now, because everyone thinks that, next generation is here. We about to see some next gen games. You know how long it takes to make a game in the first place? You really think you're gonna get that next gen experience in
And
the
they
first
announced next
year
gen pretty
of a
late
console?
too. So
Think about. I was talking to Gamer when he was on my podcast back when the PS3 first came out. When did the PS3 first start getting its good games? It wasn't
08.
2006.
like
It wasn't 2007.
late
It was
07.
2008.
Like,
It was 2008 when the games finally started to.
When did the
start
Resistance
coming.
come out?
Resistance was
That was what, Fall of Man?
Yeah, that was a
Or-
launch
that was a
title.
launch title.
Yeah,
Fall
because
of Man,
that
Fall of
game
Man was.
that was like the only game I gave an exception to. That
Yeah,
was okay.
I'm not saying it didn't have any games. I'm just saying.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it probably had like one or two. It had Resistance, Fall of Man, Warhawk, and Mortarstone. Those are the only three games around 2006 to 2007 that I can give credit for. Heavenly Sword also. But I'm saying 2008 was the year that the PS3 started to get those games. Metal Gear Solid, Little Big Planet 1, Resistance 2, and then 2009, I'm not even going to go there. That's when it started to take off. But my point is, it took at least 2 years for those games to start coming, And these indies, that's coming. I'm not really complaining about all these indies right now because just think of them as little appetizers. You're not going to, like I said, you're not going to
Well,
get
I
to
ain't
those
hungry.
right now. Oh yeah, everyone, that drought. It's not bothering me because I get trophies, but
I'd like saying that, whatever. All right, man.
Peter, you're back. Where?
Yeah.
Bastard.
Dude, my laptop's actually the worst.
Yeah, cool, man. I mean, so what's your thoughts about the Vita? I mean, do you have a Vita?
Nah, no
What
chance.
could
Terrible console.
Wow, so if they had a Microsoft handheld.
Yeah, I'll be all over.
Right. I mean,
He got a
Man,
real Xbox fan though. He's a real fan of Xbox, right?
No, but Shredder, tell me something. As far as not with the not the Vita's library, but the Vita as far as features and everything that it has. What do you think about that?
I think the features
features
are
are
great
great,
on the Vita.
especially when
Because when you
PlayStation
think,
Now.
because everyone I hear that like bashes the Vita, they think the people that bash on the Vita, I feel, are the people who either don't like the genre that the Vita's giving the people, because the Monster Hunter genre, that's all, that's what's happening right now on the Vita, you know? Because obviously Monster Hunter is not on the Vita right now. It's on the Nintendo stuff. So you're getting your God Eaters, you're getting your Soul Sacrifice, you're getting Ragnarok Odyssey, Freedom Wars. All of those are the Monster Hunter genre games, you know? And if you don't like them, you're
Abel,
gonna be kind of,
You
you
are a
know,
little confused.
No, because this is very boring. I'm listening to this and I'm saying like first of all the Vita is catering to like a underground type of crowd. There's only a handful of people that like that. First of all, PlayStation
like
is
I said,
more a
interested in it.
mature crowd.
Or my room.
So for to try to get them to cross over and buy into the Vita, it it's that's a tough market. That's super tough. And of course, features for Sony products, they always go overkill with their features. That's what
Hmm.
Sony's known for with all
No,
their
no, 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 no,
devices.
no,
They
no.
can't
That's not
sell
my
their
point.
devices.
As far as features, the only reason I brought up features as far as the Vita is because let's compare it to the PS4 and the PS3 when they first came out. Where
Hmm.
were the features? Nowhere to be found. When the
All right,
Vita
look.
first came out, the Vita had everything right then and there. The only things it was missing was voice messaging, which we just got, and I can't think of anything else. The Vita,
No,
as far as features, the Vita had everything from the get go.
no, no, look. Let me just sum this up. I have a Vita.
Hmm.
The thing is, the Vita won't make sales like the
Right.
3DS
No,
will.
no, no,
The
no.
problem,
Because
no, listen. The problem is,
go ahead.
it's all opinion because I know you like the Vita, and that's a good thing.
Oh yeah.
The problem is the Vita got the features, but there's no exclusives. Like there's
Right.
nothing for
Right.
the Vita. Like everything that's coming to the Vita, I can just be like, you know what? I could play a better version of it on my console. The problem was the Vita was so expensive when it first came out, but it didn't have all the essentials. Just like the PS3 was like $600 and it didn't come with like barely anything. But the Vita is just it's basically a baby version of the PS3 and PS4. It's something if you're lazy and trying to walk around about, but it's not worth buying
Right.
because just because of the features. I got a phone that can do all those extra features. The Vita needs fresh IPs for its own to live. You know, it can't be living off of, ported versions of
Yeah.
PS4 and PS3 games.
Those
So
those are some good points.
I know, so it won't make it like the like Nintendo Wii U. I believe the 3DS will outsell that Vita all the time,
Of
all day.
course. Of
But
course.
the Vita doesn't have anything exclusive to offer. It just has features that will keep people being like, oh, features, but there's
Point
no fresh
point
game.
blank period. Point blank period. Nobody cares because the games are not there. Point blank period. There's
That's
nothing
why you would want to
exclusive.
buy it for the games, and
Nobody
there's no games.
cares.
I
Nobody
think
cares.
the launch of PlayStation Now could help the Vita a lot.
A lot,
When PlayStation
yes.
comes out,
That
but
would be huge. Yeah. Yeah, Jeremy. Good. Yeah. That's
I
that.
think,
Yeah.
yeah, the PlayStation Now would actually give a better experience to those who don't have a Vita, and maybe for those who don't have who can't afford a console, because the Vita is getting
Right.
cheaper, so they
Right.
can use PlayStation Now to like play these games, the PlayStation 3 games, and then maybe have a more fun experience and think that the PS Vita is worth buying. But as of right now, with all these games, it's like it's definitely not worth buying because we're not getting anything fresh and new. And not, I have
Right.
yet to play a game that's worth the experience, like Gravity and all those other games. Wipeout is coming out for the PS4 now. It's just not worth that experience. The features are great, but it's not. It's very advanced, but they forgot about the gaming aspect. They forgot to bring in,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
developers don't even want to make games for the Vita fresh, like new IP. So it's even worse.
That's
mm,
what
That's
I've
because
always thought about the Vita.
developers
Pretty
don't
much,
want to
it's like
make.
it's a capable handheld. It's just it needs the games. Like that's what's keeping me from buying a Vita. Honestly, it's just it needs more games I could play on it.
And
I
it's sad
think.
because it's powerful too. It's a
Yeah.
powerful console.
Yeah, it is.
I
And nobody wants to make IPs for it.
I've
Rick,
been
you
there.
should listen to Fred.
Yo, like I've been there, done that with the first generation Vita, and it seemed like the same exact thing. Like they didn't really have no titles for it, and I bought the thing with confidence because it was something new, and I was like, all right, maybe this has potential. But after seeing like this became a trend of no games, so it's like they need to
How
get their
long
stuff
has
together.
the Vita been out?
Since 2012, wasn't it early 2012, something like that, or late
Right,
2012?
right.
Right.
But look
Like,
at, but even so, and let's go back to Wii U. The Wii U still dropping exclusives left and right. They at least they're dropping exclusives. Now imagine if the Wii U had the PS Vita's power. I can I can see more games on the Wii U, but for some reason no one wants to make exclusive games for PS Vita. It's just not gonna happen.
Right. They're not interested.
Then he left. He left. He's
Hey,
like, man, fuck these
say,
fools, man. They just.
He's gone now.
No, but
Wow. Wow.
niggas is not listening to this BS.
I'm
Right.
about to go get some
Not
food.
live
How
radio.
dare you
Liz.
Live radio.
About time you left. About time.
I'm gonna go get some trophies, man. Screw these fools. No, I think his connection probably.
Yeah.
I think the main problem with the Vita is that it's a handheld. It doesn't sell like consoles.
I mean, even with handhelds, look at how good the 3DS is. So, like, that should be no
But
excuse.
look, but no. But look at the audience though. It's a mixed bag of kids with grown ass men kids. So it's like it's a different type of demographic. PlayStation Vita is looking more for that older audience, and we're not buying into it.
Yeah,
So
but that PSP is still selling out. It's still selling good. It's selling more than PS Vita. The problem is Vita has nothing to offer. The PSP, my bad. The PSP still sells more than the Vita. Why do you think they dropped the price so quick on the Vita? That was the quickest price drop I've ever seen.
yeah.
$299 to $249 to 200.
To be honest with you, both consoles, PSP, PS Vita, no matter how you want to flip it.
And I don't know why they made a Vita when the PSP wasn't dying. You know what I'm saying? They should have just kept upgrading the PSP. They didn't have to
They
go
made it
further.
to keep up with
What do you say, Sean?
So he just
to keep up with the competition, but unfortunately,
he's computer loving, guys. Nah, but enough of Vita, man, because that shit killing me right now.
Yeah, please.
I need a
Yeah, it
Motrin.
is.
I need an Advil. I need a Tylenol.
Get that respect that it deserves.
Like,
But all right, so we're gonna move on to the actual content.
Yes, here we go. Let's
That
go.
PlayStation,
Let's
with that
go.
PS3, with that PlayStation Now, with that, all that stuff. Okay, so
Let's go.
we all seen. I'm sure you guys have seen. The leaked the leaked conference of supposedly what Sony is supposed to have. Be showing at their conference. Just to refresh your minds, just in case you don't remember that. The stuff that was rumored to be at their conference was Uncharted 4. Gran Turismo 6 is going to come to PS4.
You really?
A God of War 4 teaser. Last Guardian.
Stop.
Last Guardian is supposed to be at their conference. I don't think that's gonna happen. But that game is like the detox of games right now. Cause I don't.
that
But,
game
so,
is
when we seen that, it was like, yo, this is too good to be true. There is no way all this stuff is going to be there. But so, like, what's y'all predictions? Like, what does Sony have to show off this year at their conference?
I got a feeling they're gonna go in. They're gonna show a lot of stuff, but that looks a little bit too good to be true, except for the Last Guardian part. That they would throw something like that out there too to fuck it up. But sorry, excuse my language. But I don't see them trying to show off like that list that you said sounds a little bit more, on the realistic side because right now, and I honestly think Sony's still a little bit on the safe side. And if they throw things out like God of War 4 and Uncharted 4. And they did say they were going to show bits and pieces of The Last of Us remastered. They said they were going to announce some of that, show a little bit of that as well. So if they do show that, yeah, they're going to be good. And PlanetSide 2.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see more games. I want to see upcoming updates on Division and other games as well. I'm more concerned about Microsoft than Sony's E3. Because Sony, I'm like, they're already playing on the safe side. Maybe they can probably introduce more features they're trying to bring and how to enhance
Honestly,
that
I don't
experience.
think there's so much on the safe side no more. Ever since Microsoft got Phil Spencer, this guy is like the freaking savior of Microsoft right now.
No, I'm saying as far as
Sony's making great steps.
Oh,
I don't think
God.
Sony is like as on top of the game as people. I mean, yes, the PS4s are, of course the sales are more, but I think Sony's going to have to come strong this year.
Yeah, but that's why, because they have a good launch that they're about to what they're gonna have God of War, like I said, God of War 4, Uncharted 4, and a few other games that we're looking forward. My real concern though is what is Microsoft gonna show? Like I care more about Microsoft because I do like Xbox, I do like Microsoft, and I hate to see how low they went. Like I don't want them to advertise any media in this E3. Like if they advertise Cablevision or Verizon, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't want to see them advertise anything with TV integration. Like I want to see just games because I have yet to see any games for them exclusively coming out. Like Overdrive, I think it's Sunset Overdrive. It looks pretty fun, arcadey. But I'm talking about I want to see Halo 5. I
Well,
want to.
let's save
Quantum
that
Break.
for Microsoft's conference thing. But I mean, do you think that will? I mean, because it's a rumor that like Uncharted 4 gameplay will actually be.
Probably snippets, maybe a trailer. I don't think gameplay yet. I
Yeah.
believe maybe a little bit of the story, like
I think
gameplay will be shown.
gameplay would be too much at this E3.
Yeah, I think so too. They're
Yeah.
probably gonna just show it like a face feature or something, or like the city or where they're gonna be. They're gonna do something like that, I think, because I don't think they're gonna
Like a
try to
map.
exploit too much. Yep. Or maybe, and same thing with God. The thing is, how are they gonna bring back God of
That's
War?
the thing. Like God of War,
Yeah,
where can you
Kratos
go
killed
after God of War?
everyone in that.
Unless a God brought him back from the dead, I don't know, but
It's got to be gone.
I mean,
I don't know, but I did read that a lot of users who used the game on Xbox who went over to the PS4 are actually excited for it. So I mean, but I want to know how they're gonna bring it back. I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't want to see God of War 4 if it's not like coming back with like a story that makes sense. Like I don't want to see something that's like, oh,
Like Killzone.
Oh god. Oh god.
That
Don't
story.
bring it
Why did
up.
they leave the main? They should have just continued with the story. Why did they go ahead with this Tylenol Nyquil story that put me to bed? I couldn't take it no more, man. And Jeremy, don't even lie, man. It disappointed you too. Trust me. I know it
we
did.
don't know it did. It disappointed, but
Oh man.
people also want to see Last of Us 2 sequel. I think that is way too early. You guys are on crack right now. I
Yeah,
mean,
dude, people want sequels way too
people
fast.
want sequels like so fast these days. I don't get it. Like Last of Us, as much as I love. I don't want to see. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to see a teaser. Nothing. Like let like 2 years pass by, or
I know that's how games get dry.
Yeah.
That's how we get tired. I'm waiting for that game. I'm waiting for even the remastered version because I want to replay the story mode again. I like that game so much, man. I can't wait for that shit to drop.
yeah, that
It's
remaster.
ridiculous.
I
So
mean,
I know they're gonna show footage of that because they already announced that they're gonna show footage of that game.
we're definitely
Uh,
going to look.
Did Rockstar announce their new IP as well or no?
Rockstar,
Uh,
no, they didn't, but they did say that they're going to have a game come out next year, and we're kind of thinking like, what is it going to be? Is it going to be Grand Theft Auto 5? Is coming
Red Dead
to
2.
next gen
No,
console? Will it
Yeah,
be?
Nah, dude, it
I
needs to
don't.
be Bully too. If it's
I
not
don't.
Bully 2,
No,
I
I
will
don't think
cry.
it. But I don't think it's gonna be on Grand Theft Auto 5 because they said it was gonna be a new game, not a new IP, but a new game.
What
Why
about
It'll
would
be Red Dead
Agent?
2.
What about
it'll probably be like Red Dead 2 or Bully or something like that because
Agent? Remember that game?
Yeah, that game was announced and then left in the dust.
I was hoping Manhunt 3 as well. Like, oh man, I remember that
I
game
think
back
it's
in.
something bigger than that. Not saying Manhunt. I don't
I
know.
just thought about like a open world type of Manhunt, but then again, I want to see like I don't know how they're gonna do a Red Dead 2. Like, how would the story be? Like, I don't know how
Yeah,
they're
that's
gonna play.
true. You probably end up playing as the son, which
Hey,
is
we'll
terrible.
see.
But the son died in the zombie version.
I'm
Oh,
just
did he?
listening. I'm listening.
Come on, Abel, what you
All
got,
right,
man?
all right. Going back to digressing back to what was asked. PlayStation, they're in Sony's in a good predicament. They don't have much to show off per se. I say bring us the games. I say just stay on track with what's going on. Bring us the games. And that's what they're gonna do. They have PlayStation now. Xbox Microsoft doesn't have nothing like that yet. They're working on something like that, so they might announce that at E3. Who knows? But I think that Microsoft, they have something to prove, but yet the world is also waiting for them to screw up at this point. So I don't know. I think Microsoft is going to come out swinging. Their checkbook is big enough, so anything can happen. So I just think it could go either way, really. I think Sony and Microsoft could go toe to toe. And I actually
Yeah.
written Microsoft off this generation, and I still basically feel that way, honestly. But Sony's in a good predicament. I don't see them sweating at all. If they stay the course and deliver games and new IPs, we need new games. Just give us new games and we're good. And in that leaked floor plans or whatever is going on, that sounds very safe. So that sounds like factual, but that's just like a like
Do,
there's nothing special about that. So I don't know.
do you think they'll show the order though?
No,
Yeah,
yeah, they said they're gonna have
Of
a
course,
stage demo. Oh,
definitely.
let me just say one thing about that game that got me mad. That whole resolution thing with the game being 1080. I just want to clear out why the game is 1080. Because they added those two black
The
bars on
bars,
the
yeah.
top and the bottom. If they didn't have that, the game would be like 900p. And I don't know, and I don't like those black bars. So that excuse that they're
I'll
giving,
take that.
they want that for the cinematic effect or like a movie effect. That's bull because I know 100% or 90% people don't want that in that game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's gonna
I
bother. That's
Yeah.
gonna bother me, honestly.
Yeah, well,
I
same here.
definitely agree with that. I
I can't
definitely agree with
believe it.
that.
And that game looks like the best looking game there, and I believe the story might be hot too, yo.
Hey, but the thing is, these gamers they really make me angry with that. What's so bad with 900p? Like what's happening? What
Hey,
the
all right,
heck is
you know what, yo,
happening with
Abel, you
everybody?
make perfect sense, and this goes back to what Jeremy's video yesterday. If nobody's seen it, you guys gotta check that out.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That video he made yesterday made perfect sense, and the video that Hard Eight made. So shout out to him too. Both of their videos together. All right, I was straying away from gaming, and
yes,
I
you
was
were. Continue.
sorry, no, but it's not my fault, man. There's a lot of things that add up to why I've started straying away. Then I went back to his video, to Harday's video too, and it's not really resolution that kicks in. It's more like the textures of the game. If I see that the textures ain't pop for a next gen game, I'm gonna be upset. And the resolution is just more like of clarity, basically. But from what Jeremy said too, we all started back in the days playing games that were like pixelated and we had fun. My
Yeah.
problem is just the textures. The textures of some of these games are looking like ported games, and I don't like that. We're spending $60 on games, and we're paying $400 for a console. I don't expect any cheap quality textures in the game, and I had to find myself there because I see myself straying away, and I kept talking about resolution. Why I'm gonna get this game. Meanwhile, even if the game was trash, I would still buy it. So I just wanted to
Yeah,
say that out there.
yeah. I think we really need to find home again because gamers. I think we're so bored that now we're on this new trip of resolution talk, and this is it kills me. It kills me. I don't talk about resolution. I don't care. Frames per second is like the closest thing I remotely care about, and I could be fine with 30 and I'll be good. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
60 is just a plus for me. I mean,
60
of
is for
course,
like sports. 60 has to be for sports
yeah,
though.
yeah, oh yeah, hands down, yeah, hands down. I definitely agree with that. But the gamers need to come.
It's the advertisement too. You can't lie. Like these people are advertising. Yo, what happened to Abel? Yo, his face is stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Got that knowledge connection.
Nah, but don't you guys think so? Like it's the advertisements, the commercials that we're seeing. Like they're not even advertising pieces of like actual good story. They're advertising more like the graphical setting of the game, and
Yeah.
it brought me into it. And I saw myself noticing like, yo, am I gonna buy this game? Meanwhile, I don't even know what this game is about. I think it's because of the graphics.
Yeah. But then
Yeah, Jeremy, what's your
so
opinion? Now, what were y'all saying? What were you saying?
Abel, someone help someone help Abel.
Abel look like he froze. He's so upset at this frame rate shit. Look,
But
he's like a robot. He's like a robot to stand
what
still.
about Drive Club?
Ooh.
I think we're going to see like everything about Drive Club because after the delay and stuff like that, I think they're going to show Drive Club there. They might have a demo come to the PS4 and stuff like that. Are you guys even interested in Drive Club? Like, what's the deal?
I truly am. What about
Not
y'all?
at all.
You really not?
Nah.
Oh,
Definitely.
I'm pretty interested in Drive Club, but the only thing is, if I remember correctly, I think I heard somewhere that game might have microtransactions in it.
Yeah, it
Like, you can
will.
buy parts for your car. That
unless
made
you
me
pay
angry
full
when I
60.
heard that.
Unless you pay the
Unless
full 60 for the game, and you buy it like from GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, or if you just buy it on the PlayStation Store. But I don't think there's gonna be a demo because the game is free to play regardless. So the
Yeah.
game is gonna be download free to play. You're gonna play with certain cars, certain tracks, but the game isn't gonna be. There isn't gonna be a demo because it's pointless. They're just gonna come out with the game free. What date is it? Is it coming out? October 7th.
Yeah.
That's the worst launch week ever. I don't know why they did that.
Rikusen, you're back.
I'm using my phone right
I thought you was upset at me, man. I was like, yo, did he get mad at me because I said the Vita is what?
now. Oh, no. I thought
Now Abel screwed up.
Yeah, I know.
He ain't came back yet.
I stole this man's soul. He's been frozen for like the past 5 years.
Wow.
What I really, and this is just a prediction kind of, I really think Little Big Planet 3 is going to be announced for PS4.
That was a good game, though.
Yeah.
It was a fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun game. I actually enjoyed it, though.
I
I'm not.
want to know what happened to that Little Big Planet hub thing they announced.
Oh.
And I think it's going to be kind of with Project Morpheus. I think it's going to have like something to do with that. I think Project Morpheus is going to be a big thing at this conference.
Oh, you ready for that though? I'm not ready for that kind of technology, man. We're not even getting what we deserve yet. We're not even getting what we was advertised. Are we even ready for? That's almost like that's a Sony thing, man. They're sending out incomplete shit. Excuse my language. Incomplete, consoles, and then they're gonna just jump into a whole new project, man. Nah.
Yeah.
My wallet ain't that fat now. Come on. This is crazy.
I had sent this tweet to Bungie yesterday, and I was like, I said something about Destiny. I was like, I can't wait to see what Bungie has to offer for the multiplayer side of Destiny because we haven't really seen none of that. And it was like, get ready for E3. So I think they're going to show some of the multiplayer side of Destiny and actually get people more interested. Because I know people that, even though Destiny is one of like the top games that like people are waiting for this year, some people really don't really have a lot of excitement for Destiny. And I think
know why?
Why?
Because of
Those
that.
people are high.
Because,
Yeah, you go first. I mean, I got a reason why. I know why.
Yeah, I was gonna say just those people are high.
Nah, man, it's not that. Look at the way they're promoting their gameplay trailers and all these quick videos. They look so boring. Like that's the wrong way to promote something like Destiny. You're saying Destiny's gonna be the next best AAA title, but if you guys have seen the gameplay, they don't look that like they don't look fun. They look like they were just trying to show us the world and stuff like that. I want to see some intense gameplay, even if it's like a 1 minute or 30-second clip. All I'm seeing is them walking from one destination to another, showing off the particles, and like I said, they're promoting the graphics, and I don't see much of the core game and the experience in that game. I just see them doing a couple of like melees, and that's it. And it looks like a Halo mixed with Call of Duty. That's it.
That one time a Kotaku employee got to play Destiny and they said it was kind of boring, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I heard about that too. I saw the article about that on like Game Informer, whether someone played it and they said it was kind of boring.
And that was like, oh.
And to see that on Game Informer, I don't even know how they even allowed that on Game Informer for them to even write on that damn on that magazine.
yeah, I think the beta, which I think it comes out in July, I think. I think based on that beta, I think people are either going to be like, okay, I can't wait for this game to come out, or okay, I don't really care about this game anymore.
Yeah, so we'll see then.
Yeah.
What
So
was that about the beta earlier?
Whose mic is that?
what about the beta, Peter?
What was that about the beta? Is it like free to everyone now?
No,
of just the
if you
people who
pre-order for like $5, and then it's gonna come with a code on your receipt. You just go on Bungie.net, you create a free profile, and you put that code on there, and you'll automatically have access for the beta.
Oh, all right, sweet.
Right. Will there be a Division sighting? I want to see more of this game.
Probably.
Oh man, I know. When they first delayed it, it was because I think a couple of guys went to the studios and noticed they didn't even finish with the city of Manhattan, and they were like, "Whoa, this game is never gonna be in time, never gonna be done in time to release in October." And they were like, and that's when they don't even put a date on it. I don't even know if it's coming out 2015. So they definitely put a freeze on that.
I say take their time with it because
Please.
I'm anticipating
I do not want this game to come out and then it not be what we expect.
Day one,
Like
25
what?
gig patch.
Like what?
Look at
No.
20 of 25 gigs day one patch update. I'm out with that, man. No, let them finish this whole game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but I understand with these because we know how next generation is going. Your games, whether you get it downloaded or retail, that PlayStation 4 is going to be taking all of that space up on it. So if you don't have a big hard drive right now, you better go get one. I put a terabyte in my shit midnight. But the point is, space
Real
is
stuff,
going to
man.
be, space is going to be taking up a lot of stuff this generation. So
That's true.
Yeah.
5 gigs, 40 gigs, that's going to be the norm, unfortunately.
Ridiculous, yeah, man. And
I mean, I like the fact that they're doing this whole download as you play thing because I tried that with Infamous Second Son. It worked pretty well for me.
the worst
I
for
think
Battlefield.
Oh, really?
Dude,
With
they
Battlefield?
schemed me with that. They said Battlefield download, play as you download. The only thing
Mhm.
he was able to do was go to the main menu screen and look at the main menu screen because the single player and the multiplayer was still downloaded. So I think they meant at least you could jump in the game, but you can't do nothing but watch.
Yeah, I remember. I've only tried it with 2 games so far. In Infamous Second Son, I got to play.
Infamous
Everyone
was
here played
quick.
Infamous Second Son, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it installed pretty quick though.
Yeah.
It didn't take that long.
Yeah, when I was doing it, you remember the part where you were putting your finger on the little touchpad thing to see if he was a conduit or not?
Yeah.
It was right there when it said, "Oh, we need to download a little bit more," and it was at like 99%, and then it was done, and then I continued playing. So I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine."
Yeah. What about Kingdom Hearts 3? Will we see some
I hope
Kingdom
so.
Hearts 3? Listen, I need to see some more of Kingdom Hearts.
I'm
Well,
gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Don't
haven't played
say
any
it.
Kingdom Hearts games.
wait.
And you're
Nope.
Time out.
Dude.
No one say anything. Ricky,
Let me finish.
you just said?
Let me finish. I'm gonna let you finish, but let me finish. I plan on playing everything Kingdom Hearts related this July. I'm platinum in all the games, and when 2.5 comes out, that's going down. I'm gonna be there with you guys on Kingdom Hearts 3 on that shit. But nope, I wasn't on the bandwagon.
I can't. This isn't real.
Hey man, I'm being honest. There's a lot of stuff I don't like. I don't like Metal Gear. I don't like. I don't like Assassin's Creed.
No.
Oh,
I don't like. I damn near
List
don't like
has to
anything
stop.
Ubisoft makes.
Kick me
I
from
don't
the
like.
podcast.
I don't like
I can't.
anything.
Sorcery
I don't
has
like
to
anything
stop.
Ubisoft makes, other than Prince of Persia and Rayman. I put myself on blast here. I'm giving it a deal. I don't know about you guys.
My only problem with Metal Gear was their extensive length of their little cinematic.
Oh no, I respect the
The
series.
gameplay is so like the story.
Oh yeah. I respect the
The only
series. I
crappy
understand
one
that the
was
story is deep. I understand all of that. Stealth ain't my thing though.
Oh, Metal Gear.
Stealth was never my thing.
We're going to see some more of the Phantom Pain. Speaking of Metal Gear.
I can't wait for that.
Mm.
Like
That-
I think it was Metal Gear Rising that I just thought was trash. That arcade going to a laundromat, pop a quarter in game. I didn't like that game. But
You been like Rising Revengeance?
no, man, I was so low. I was like, all right, that's it. I sold it next day. I didn't even give it a chance.
Were you going in there knowing that it was going to be a hack and slash game, or were you going in there?
No, I knew, but I was like, maybe it'll be a fun experience. I didn't have fun with it. Like,
Oh wow.
I just didn't have
Did
fun.
you play Bayonetta?
I played Kingdom Hearts though.
I
I even played the 1.5 remix. Like, you gotta jump on that, man. Yo, I don't know what you're missing, man.
Yeah.
That was like the best combination with Final Fantasy. That
a
could
lot of
was
people
great.
trash. A lot of people
Yeah.
trash Kingdom Hearts because of they think it's Disney. It's
No,
Kingdom
man,
Hearts
that game.
Kingdom Hearts is one of those like don't judge a book by its cover games. Like
Yeah.
at first you're like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can possibly like this game. But once
It
you
beats
start,
a lot of other games. I swear to you. Like, it's great, man. That story is ridiculous.
Wow. So let's talk a little bit about PlayStation Now. I think at this conference we're going to get all the details of PlayStation Now, the price, the date is going to come out. What would be a great price for PlayStation Now and stuff like that?
$9.99
10
a
a
month.
month.
Nope.
$9.99 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
remember all the PlayStation 3 exclusives are old games now, except for like The Last of Us. It's the only game that's still like in its 40s, but and how many games at that as well? Is it $9.99 a month for as many games? Because I think that's gonna be great. They'll hit sales with that.
When it launches, it's gonna have like forgot what I seen, but it's gonna launch with like a lot of games when PlayStation Now come
Is
out.
it gonna be only exclusives, or is it gonna be several? Because I know GTA. Everybody got to stop with the GTA is gonna be there. GTA will not be there. It'll be
Yeah,
so
Last
laggy and
of Us
everything.
won't either.
The Rockstar will not allow that to be there, knowing that they're gonna try to find their way
GTA
to come
5 is
out.
coming to next gen, people.
Yeah,
It's like a
it
ported
will.
version coming next gen and PC. They're not gonna want that game to be in PlayStation Now. Plus, Sony would have to pay them for that, so
Yeah.
they're not gonna
Yeah,
do
there
that.
would have to be a hefty royalty for that.
Yeah, so
All right, so we're gonna see more of PlayStation Now.
PlayStation Now is relevant.
Surprise announcements. You guys would have liked to see like Crash or Jack 4 or
That's
Siphon.
exactly what I was about to say. That Crash Bandicoot.
Ray
Yeah,
Tracer, baby.
wait, didn't they say there was gonna be a new Crash?
Wait,
Crash Team Racing.
Next one.
What you guys say?
I thought there was gonna be a new Crash Bandicoot coming out. I'm bugging. Maybe I looked at the wrong information.
Kind of a rumor. I mean,
Yeah, I think I've
everyone
seen
want-
that rumor as well.
Everyone wants Crash to come back, but
But I don't want them to lose the DNA of Crash. I don't want them to come out with something totally off from the series.
And
Like,
see, when I think of games like Crash Bandicoot, the Ratchets, the Spyros,
Spyro.
a lot of those games were really good, and they were all single player games. And you know how people feel about these single player games. I'm not one of them, but you know how those type of people feel about them.
Yeah.
yeah.
And when you look at those games, we don't really see those type of games come out anymore, the Crashes and the Spyros. And you would think that if they did come out, do you think that those type of games would even be financially successful on a next-gen console if it came out and it had...
See, I thought
think
that same thing.
what?
Now compare that. Do you think that it would have a better chance coming out on the Vita?
No, Crash.
Probably. Oh,
The reason why I say
Crash.
no is they won't
Crash
do it.
Bandicoot game on the Vita.
Not unless the Vita already had a good sales mark, unless it had a great opening. The thing is, people are not going to say, "Oh, I'm buying a Vita now, $200, get handheld just for Crash," unless the unthinkable comes out in like 7 games that we used to love is made great that's coming out only for Vita. Then people are going to be like, "Yo,
Now,
I'm
I
buying it."
understand that Crash doesn't have as big as a following as the game I'm about to say, but
Man,
people buy Nintendo handhelds just for one game, and everybody knows what that game is.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Ooh. So I
You
have
know?
a 3DS. I love that shit, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how many people out there have a Nintendo handheld, and the only thing they have is Pokemon. You know?
So you're saying if Crash was to come back and be on Vita, that you think it would?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if it had games like that, not just Crash, but a handful of games like Crash, just Spyro's to Crash, all of those games just from the ground up on the Vita, it could possibly work. But
I think they're gonna
just
throw
don't think
Crash
those
on the
type of games-
PlayStation now.
PlayStation Now,
They're gonna, and that can help maybe the Vita. But I'm
if
saying,
it had a,
but
I would say it would be better if it was a PSN game that came out on PS4 and PS Vita as a downloadable for $29.99 or
Yeah.
$40 the most.
all right, I just think remember when we used to play these single player games, it was when we weren't really introduced to like this online experience. But I do
Yeah,
know,
you remember?
yeah, so I just think at this point right now, yeah, it'll be a bad idea to come out with a game only single player, and if they do, it should be way cheaper than a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Game
I
has
remember
multiplayer.
Gamer was talking about that in one of his videos. I was saying if a Crash did come out, it would probably have to be for anyone to pay attention to. Because you remember when Sly Thieves in Time came out? That was 40, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
It was 40 when it came out, and it was
Yeah.
cross and whatnot. That was a decent deal. Games like those, I think that's the only way that they will get the attention. Because $59.99 for a game like that, a lot of people were disappointed by Infamous Second Son. Not by
Yeah.
the experience, but because of the content that it had, Didn't have that
I
multiplayer.
finished that shit in 4.5 hours. That shit made me cry.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I completely destroyed it. I enjoyed my experience, but it wasn't enough,
Step Mac, what a surprise announcements would you like to see aside from Crash? Because I know how much you love Crash.
It would be cool if they talked about them making a Jack 4 or something.
Yeah.
Something Jack and
Cool,
Dexter.
that'd be
Jack
awesome.
4 would be nice.
Because they were going to make a Jack game, but they scrapped it because it was going to be like it wasn't going to be the same, classic Jack and Dexter type thing.
Yeah.
But you would think when you look at what Jack 1 was and Jack 2 was, like the atmosphere between those two were pretty different.
Literally.
It was pretty different. Jack 1 was it was all bright and nice.
Classic platformer.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
look at
man.
Jack 2, it was pretty dark. You had Dark Jack. You had this
Yeah.
dirty city and whatnot. So
It's
I mean, for them to make just a tad, they don't have to keep it exactly the same, and they don't have to go, change it completely. I don't know what. You remember when they said they were working on a Jack, and like you said, it wasn't what they thought it was.
Yeah.
They don't know for a fact that we would have liked it or not, but they had to show us something. Like Naughty Dog did say they were working on something, and I don't want to see another Uncharted for a while. I don't know about you guys.
Halo 5 Guardians.
We're getting to Microsoft. I mean, yeah.
Thank God.
Sony, I'm even though like they're in a good place right now, I still think that Sony has to come out strong. Like Microsoft is starting to come out with all this stuff and making the Xbox One like actually look like, oh my gosh, I have to get an Xbox One now. I think Sony's gonna have to come strong.
Did you see, Gamer? Did you see that video about the June update for Xbox One?
No, I didn't.
They're adding a couple of things, but one of the things that I found interesting was, you remember when we were talking back on my podcast about real name request on PSN and whatnot?
Yeah.
They're adding that to Xbox One, and it looks basically exactly the same. The only difference is I think you can go to your friends list and check.
Man, I don't care
Your
about all those
friends.
damn features, man. Yo, they need to stop.
I'm
the
just saying
hell,
that
bro?
the only reason I'm bringing all those features up is the fact that when it comes to features and consistency and updates, that's one thing I have to give Microsoft credit for, because every month,
Microsoft and the features, they're on point.
every month you hear about something they're either fixing, updating, patching to their console. And how long does it take Sony? Once every 6 months.
And Sony still need to fix a lot of stuff, but I mean,
Oh, yeah.
besides that, just damn, like Sony, I want to change my gamer tag already, yo. Like, add that. Don't y'all like making money, Sony? Do it. Like, yo, I need to change this gamer tag already, man.
Are
And
you one
I
of
don't
those
want
people
this-
that made a gamer tag back in the day and don't like it no more?
Yeah, man, I had that gamer tag with some stuff on it that I just don't want to expose, and I need to change that, man. Like, yo, it's killing, and I don't want to make a new gamer tag because I purchased so much stuff under this name. Nah, Sony, come on, man.
All right, so let's get into Microsoft's conference. I think this year is going to be the year that Microsoft redeems themselves after what happened last year with them. Just like I said, ever since Phil Spencer became the main guy, this dude is like, it seems like now the focus for the Xbox One is now on games, and before it wasn't like that. It was more about the apps and the features and stuff like that, and then it was like
Peripherals.
class. But now ever since Phil Spencer came, the focus is games now. You just had the price drop for the Xbox One. That's definitely going to help it now. So with this price drop, and with all the great things that's going on for Microsoft right now, what are your predictions for this conference? What could they show that could have people say, you know what, that's
Direct 12.
Microsoft, I forgive you.
Direct 12.
What?
If they can introduce that, I don't know what they're saying. They realize the Xbox One's hardware is compatible basically with PC hardware, so they're gonna try to integrate this DirectX 12, I think it's called, into it. If they can at least do that, because they're not gonna redesign the console. They're not gonna bring it back from scratch and try to make it more for gaming so that the games can play better or whatever. They're probably gonna try to introduce this type of cloud service with the Direct 12X or something that the games will be. Should I have to say it again? Resolution, graphics, it all be like that. But I just think they just need to flush it out now with some exclusives, man. Like, we already know Black Tusk is working on Gears, and I can't wait for that. We already know Halo 5 Guardians. I just hope
Whoa.
that's got to be its own topic.
Yes. And
All right.
Of course.
Halo 1 through 4. I heard the Master Chief Collection.
wait.
This man going crazy.
All right. We'll wait for that one. All right. Sunset Overdrive.
There's-
Well, Quantum Break. Quantum Break. I think it.
Yeah.
We definitely need to see more of a Quantum Break. We haven't seen.
We need to see more exclusives in general. Like we need to, cause yo, they only got like 6. Like Rise. I don't count Dead Rising 3 Rise. I'm talking about like now. Like I haven't heard any announcements on any exclusives for E3 this year except for Sunset Overdrive. Like. Or Quantum Break. I want to see some more exclusive. I want to see a new genre take over, like the FPS setting. Yeah, I'm into, but I want to see something else just take over, man. Something
What
else
is your favorite
take
genre?
over.
Out of
What?
curiosity.
What?
I said, out of curiosity, what is your favorite genre?
It's so mixed because you'll see me playing FPS a lot, but then I like racing, I like sports, I like RPGs. I like a lot of different games. I don't like to stick to one.
Play
No, I,
Call.
I didn't ever
That's
say
me exactly.
Yeah, I do play it, but I play it only with friends. But then I like playing like story-based games where I go out, and like third-person games. I just like a whole bunch of different games. Right now,
so.
it's
You
like
don't have one. You don't have one.
it used to be first person, but I feel like everything's being recycled year after year with all types of first person shooters. Then I started enjoying, like I said, sports, and RPG games and other games. I have more fun that way, so I'd rather not cater to one genre because it sooner or later it'll die out. That's it.
All right. Sean, I mean not Sean. We'll get you after. Peter, what's your expectations for Microsoft since you were such a Microsoft fan?
Give me a second.
Well, yeah, as they all said, Quantum Break and Sunset Overdrive, but they have to have something massive planned to, like, talk about, like, if they had just said the price drop and all that at E3, that would have been huge enough. But instead, they said it right before E3, so they have to have something else in store for actually at E3, which will blow us away. But as long as I see some Quantum Break, some Sunset Overdrive, I don't want to say it, but Halo, because you want to talk about it in a different section.
Yeah.
But like all that stuff, I'll be pretty happy. Like Microsoft look like they're heading in the right direction, and that our savior, Phil Spencer.
Yeah, this dude. All right, Sean, what's your predictions, your expectations? What do you have on the screen? What is that?
That is a Connect.
Sean, are you there, my brother? Guess not. Step Mac. Step Mac, what's your predictions? What's your expectations? What do you want to see from Microsoft?
Pretty much the same thing a lot of other people say, the more exclusives that they could have, that aren't just shooters. Like Microsoft needs more variety and exclusives like Sony has. And also really want to see a lot more gameplay of Sunset Overdrive because that game looks really interesting. And it's made by Insomniac. So they're really good with games like that. So. And of course, Halo, of course.
This man cuddling is Connect.
What did you say, Sean?
This man cuddling is Connect.
Oh, that's what you're holding? I thought that was a Vita. It looked like from here a little bit.
Wow.
Oh, that's the Connect?
So that's
Shredded, we can't hear you, bruh. I think you...
It's as big as your face.
Shredded, we cannot hear you.
Why you
hear me now? Oh, my bad.
Now hear you.
Saying, Peter, was this Connect worth it to you?
No, that was a heap of shit.
I haven't plugged this in since I got my Xbox. It hasn't been used since I literally, it looks cool. I haven't even used it.
That thing looks huge.
That's
It looks like you may kill somebody with that, man.
Dude, look at the comparison. Look at the PS4.
Oh my.
That was that big.
Dude.
You can kill somebody with that, man.
Ridiculous.
I need to get one of those just so I can protect myself if someone tried to rob my house.
Exactly. You go to jail for this, yo. This is like a weapon. This is ridiculous.
That's worse than hitting somebody with a brick.
So for $400, the Xbox One, I say not right now. Don't buy it. Don't buy it when it first comes. Wait till you start hearing more releases. Then maybe it'll be worth it. Once we start getting more updates on Gears and Halo, then I'll say, you know what? Put your money on it because those games. If thing is with Gears, Judgment really made them look bad.
It actually did.
Gears. Well, we're gonna let's just head into Gears. We'll
hold on. Let me see what I want about this Xbox stuff, man. Just because I'm wearing a PlayStation shirt, I got stuff to say to you, man.
All right.
That Microsoft at E3, I think that they obviously we know they're going to show some games. They got all their stuff out the way beforehand, but me personally, I think that they should go back to what they had in the Xbox original days, the Blinks, the Kingdom Under Fire, those type of games. I think we need to see more of those. Like you guys said, new experiences and
Right.
exclusives. That's what they were giving the original Xbox owners, and then the Xbox 360 came and all those first-person shooters.
Yeah.
I was talking about before that. Those people who liked what was on the original Xbox. Those are the type of people that are extremely loyal to Microsoft right now because of what they were getting back then. And they want that. And they've been sticking with that, and they've been waiting for them to bring that back. Kind of like the Nintendo guys. They had all those amazing stuff. Nintendo has all of these amazing characters, but they don't want to make games for them. They just, Mario, Zelda, a little bit of Kirby,
Yeah.
and then rinse and repeat. Xbox is kind of the same way, but the games weren't as popular. But there are people out there that still want that experience. I think they need to bring those back.
And then they could bring an Xbox-themed Party Fighter over.
What is with you in this party fire that Xbox needs to have?
I don't even know what that is.
Well,
Talking
no,
about they
no,
need to have
Like
like
Smith and they have one.
he wants like a Super Smash Brothers, but on Xbox with like Xbox characters.
The thing is, Xbox has a lot of great games. I'm not gonna lie about that. But they only had the only reason why I give Xbox some credit with their games because they only had a few characters that made hit sales, like Master Chief. You had the main character of Gears,
Marcus Phoenix.
Marcus Phoenix.
yeah, but like compare that to like the Nintendo or Sony. Sony even has more exclusive characters that were more important to me than any because Microsoft only know like a little bit, so I don't even think that'll work. To be honest with you.
I looked it up. It'll work.
Oh, he's done his research.
Let's move on to 4. Or do we think do you guys think that we'll have a Gears 4 announcement or tease or whatever?
Yeah, a little bit. They
Yeah.
only said they were in 100 days, but we'll probably have something small.
Right. I mean, just like you said, after Gears Judgment, it kind of left
No.
Gears in a bad place, but
Yo, oh my God.
it kinda
That was the worst single player in the world. Like that whole game was trash. I was like, there's no way. And I'm glad Microsoft bought the license out. And then they had my only problem was Black Tusk. They stopped a game that could have been potential could have been like a competitor. Wasn't it a game that had to do with heist and all that? I forgot the game that they were originally making, and they stopped that game to go to Gears. And I felt like, damn. We could have had like maybe a different genre or a different type of game that could have made sales or made a hit or would have been great. But I mean, I hope Gears. I don't know what characters are gonna be in that game. I just hope they don't lose what made Gears Gears. You know what I mean? And
yeah. I think for Gears, they should go back to how Gears 1 and 2 was. It was more like a hardcore game. It seems like when Gears 3 came out and so on, it just got more casual to play. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, definitely, if you announce Gears 4 on Xbox One, people will get excited. But it's like it's more like, where are you going to go with with the story?
That's what happened to Resistance. Look at 1, 2, and then 3. Wow, it was like we already knew the downfall
was awful.
Yeah.
That's Insomniac's fault. I could go on a rant for days about that, but I'm not going.
About what, Resistance?
No, about Insomniac.
I used to love that game, man, and then like it's just the way the story strays from its DNA, and I'm like, oh man, and that's what happened with Gears, and that's what happened to Halo.
Time out.
You're talking about the Halo?
What was that?
I
What was that one game on Xbox 360 with I can't remember with the
Fable?
flashlight?
Alan Wake.
Alan Wake.
Yes, they need to make another Alan Wake for Xbox One.
That game was
They do.
good, and
Dude,
I only
I played-
paid like $14 for that game, like $10, $14. That game was great.
Like,
Aren't Remedy working on Quantum Break? Aren't they the people that made Alan Wake?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man,
What do you guys know about the Xbox games for gold for Xbox One? Because as far as I've been hearing, the way we know how games for gold works on Xbox 360, it's extremely old games, but they're yours forever.
Well, they
even
do better.
But as far as I heard, when it comes to Xbox One, it works the same way as PlayStation Plus. Do you guys know about that?
they changed a little bit of the policy because of what happened with Well, they started realizing that people could only use YouTube, Netflix, and all these other apps and games for go only if no, wait, they can only use the apps and streaming apps and everything only if you were subscribed to, Xbox Live. But what
Mhm.
they did was they changed that up, and they also added the fact that games with gold, whatever games you purchase, even if you don't have Xbox Live, you'll be able to play these games after you purchase them. But they did announce that once the Xbox, oh, I said PlayStation, Xbox One's price drops, they will offer a free game. I just hope, and the same thing with Xbox 360, like they need to really like step their game up because the games they're offering are like,
Like 1990.
yeah, Fable One, Fable
But,
One,
Fable 1 is now for free. It's like, who the freak cares about
yeah, like Gears of War 1. I was like, okay, Gears of War 1, but I'm like, you already like give us like Gears of War 3 or
Yeah.
give us,
I
I mean,
mean,
the only thing good was Halo 3.
Tomb Raider?
Tomb Raider wasn't that PS Plus?
I
Yeah,
thought
that and Bioshock Infinite.
For what? For Xbox One? For Xbox 360?
Nah, for PlayStation.
Yeah, man,
not
yo,
for
PlayStation
Xbox.
Plus, they killed it, yo. They gave us games every month was good games after good games we got, and I'm like, yo, I'm surprised they gave us
And then the
Bioshock.
games weren't that old.
Yeah, Metro Last Light gave us that for free. I took Battlefield 3. I took that immediately. I was like,
it's kind of crazy though, because remember, games with gold was supposed to end in December of last year.
and we barely got any good games anyway.
And then there was like, you know what? Look at what PlayStation Plus is doing. Let's just continue this thing.
The thing about PlayStation Plus is like not only do you get the free games too, but you get discounts with PlayStation Plus also. You don't get discounts on Xbox. Do you? You just get free
Ridiculous
games.
prices, man.
Nah.
And I just feel maybe they should go to maybe with Xbox One they should do that. They should try to get into that whole trial thing like what PlayStation Plus does. They allow you to play certain games for like over an hour.
Oh
Xbox
yeah.
should do that because people are really iffy on buying Xbox One games. I mean, just having that feature alone would help out as well. And I mean, unless you don't feel like your game is going to be well enough to sell, then that's a problem. But overall, I just think Xbox has a lot of good features. They just need to cater more into that gaming aspect and just fix up that games for gold because it horrible free games, yo, horrible.
Yeah. There's also a rumor going on that Crackdown 3 might get announced. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I hope they don't come out with
Crackdown 3
another
with the Halo 5 beta.
Hold on, what's that other game that damn I forgot the name of it that they try to compete with Grand Theft Auto that was like no chance?
Saints Row?
Oh, I hope they don't do it this year, yo. I hope.
What? Saints Row what?
Saints Row
Saints
4
Row
was
4.
trash.
Oh, I like Saints Row
It made no
4.
sense how you was able to make a car that goes fast when your guy can run the speed of light.
That was not a Saints Row game. That was like a Star Wars type thing.
Saints Row was never supposed to be
Battlefront?
serious though.
Oh yeah,
Saints Row was like a
Battlefront.
complete
Battlefront.
parody game. Like it was never meant to be serious.
I mean, but at first, Saints Row, it was a good game. I mean, it wasn't no Grand Theft Auto.
No, but Saints Row was good, and Saints Row 4 had a lot of features that people were upset at GTA 5 about the customization for your character, remember? And the gameplay threw me off. I'm like, why am I gonna get a car when I can just run 40 times faster than this car? It made no sense. That game was just, I don't want to see another game like that for a while, so I'm not ready for that.
And then I heard Saints Row 4 was supposed to be Saints Row 3 DLC.
Oh,
Really?
God.
I didn't hear
But
that.
everybody knows the reason Saints Row 4 came out. Come on now. It was to come out right before GTA 5, which was also
Yeah.
kind of a fail.
From the online aspect, but I guess.
I'm comparing it to.
I'm like the only person on this planet that likes Saints Row 4 or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm lost. I don't know.
It's not a bad game. It's just they did what you can do in that game. It makes no sense unless they're trying to say we give you many options. But then why do one thing when your guy can do it himself? Like why spend your time trying to get to this when your guy can just infamously just run down the block in like a second? Like
I know. I never bother with cars in that game after you get the run ability.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, peoples. With this price drop, without the Xbox One, we'll have combine that with Phil Spencer, who's been doing a great job.
You need to.
My kryptonite, my weakness.
Halo.
Hey, now this is the rumor. In my opinion, if they actually announce this at their conference, I'm buying an Xbox One. I don't care. The Halo collection that's supposed to have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's supposed to have the multiplayers of Halo 2 and stuff like that. If that junk actually happens, how much of an impact do you think that will have on, buying an Xbox One with the price drop and with, a game like that coming to the Xbox One, especially for fans that have been dying for this franchise to go back to its roots? Like how big could that be?
I think it's gonna be really big. I think it's gonna push like quite a few consoles because I hear people say all the time how they're dying to play Halo again and go back to that, or make for a company to make a game that was as balanced as Halo. I mean, I might even buy it too because like I played a little bit of Halo 3 myself, but I never played it in its prime, so I never got like the full Halo 3 experience. But even I would like to play Halo, even though I didn't play it that much at first.
Rico, have you ever played Halo?
I've played Halo, but I was never really any good at it, so.
So you're like, yeah, irrelevant.
No, but I understand. I understand that it's a good game and whatnot, but it's just not my cup of tea. But I respect that whole franchise.
What is this dude freaking Shredded showing?
He's showing like I don't know his
Xbox with his rag and a cup of lotion on.
But yeah, I mean, if this collection actually ends up being true, I think a lot of people are going to be like, you know what, I have to buy an Xbox One. Like, that's just
I definitely think it's that Halo 2 HD online that's gonna kill it for a lot of people. That Halo 2 HD online.
I was happy enough with the Halo 2 remake. If they do this, I'll go mental.
Shredded, you're muted probably again.
I'm calling it. Halo 5 Xbox One bundle.
No.
Yeah, probably. They're gonna probably do that.
Actually, that's not.
I could see him doing that.
What Halo game did not have an Xbox bundle? Answer me that.
ODST.
I'm talking about
ODST was trash.
Oh, that ODST was Jesus. It was whack, yo. Oh,
you mean
my
ODLC? Overpriced downloadable content?
Well, that was an expansion. Yeah,
No. I was talking about when I said which Halo game didn't be bundled. I was talking about the vanilla ones, the 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, well, I mean, I do know.
Wasn't bundled with Xbox, was it? I don't think it was.
Halo 2, I don't think because it was from the Xbox ages, regular Xbox. I don't think they even had like bundles like that. I think though, but Part 2 was one of the best Halos. Plus, the only thing I like about Halo was I actually had fun with split screen co-op campaign. I actually had fun playing with somebody the co-op. That was like one of the games I had fun the most, playing a co-op, story mode. But I got a question for you, Jeremy. How do you think? What do you think Bungie needs to do to keep Halo 5 alive, as far as the story, the mechanics, and everything?
Halo 5 Guardians, 343 Industries. Listen, Halo it hasn't been the same since 3, and they tried to change up.
No, 3 is great. It's good, but it was a short story campaign. Like it was very short to me. I beat that in 6 hours basically.
So which one do you like more, 3 or 2?
2. I like 1 and 2 the best.
I mean,
Halo 3 ranking system online.
It's just
3 or 2, man.
No, I'm saying as far as single player, or you mean multiplayer?
I was talking about overall.
Overall, I said, well, I did play a little bit of the land play for Halo 2, but Halo 3 multiplayer was good, but Halo 2 story was still good. I just thought Halo 3
So it's Halo 2.
Yeah, I would choose Halo 2, man.
But yeah,
I'd choose Halo 3.
1 through 3, it was like the prime of this franchise, and ever since Reach, it kind of has, it fell off, and like.
You didn't like Reach?
No.
Reach wasn't terrible, but it was
lack of content.
It was just different. It wasn't Halo. It just felt different. And I mean, I'm all for change, but if it doesn't work, and it just didn't work, So, with Reach and 4, which was a disappointment as well, I think. This has to be like the game that revives this franchise. I think if this game is a flop as well, then I think people will just like move on from Halo.
I think they need to make a whole 360 switch.
Well, they still got one more Halo to go after this one. So
Yeah, I think
They
we're
need to
good.
make Master Chief turn his back on the humans and stuff. They need to do something crazy to act. Because if they decide to make another Halo after Guardians, and Guardians
They
ain't
said they
really
were
that.
going to make another Halo
See
after
that's
Guardians.
the thing. They need to do something in the story that'll make sense. One and two that'll just have us on our feet. Like look at how remember. All right, kind of off a little bit. Like The Walking Dead when it first started. I was so it grabbed me, but look at how it like now it's like every episode they're just talking and talking and talking, and every season
Yeah, season
it
five.
yeah
Season
it's
four.
dry. It's getting dry to me. You know, less action, less stuff, just more talking. But you see, like same thing with Halo now. If Guardians can actually do like some crazy switch that we never saw coming, I think maybe they could have a chance at being successful one and two, possibly having the chance to make another one, a sequel to that one. We need to
They,
see something a game changer in that one.
they really need to go back to that Halo 3 ranking system with Halo Reach and Halo
Peter.
4. It's just
Peter,
playing over time.
single player
Yeah.
Peter.
Oh, just the single player.
No, but I'm saying
Oh.
you never played the single player Peter.
No, I played him.
Oh, I thought you said no. I was saying, oh my god.
I mean,
I live and breathe Halo.
I mean, I really think with the story, you don't have to worry about Halo. Like the story has always been good. I think
Halo 4's?
four had a great story. It was just short.
It was short, and just because 3 when we thought he died or something like that, but he ended up being in space. Like they need to cover more. Like I don't know, man, to keep people on their feet for the story. That's the problem with nowadays. It's the story mode is lacking. Like they need to keep us on our feet, especially with a game like Halo, man.
I'm much of reviving this franchise though. It comes to the multiplayer. It's like really, it's strictly that multiplayer right now. Like
Yeah.
No, of course.
that's
agree.
really the
They
case.
need to take out. I hope they don't have perks and ordnance.
Oh no, that was terrible.
Ordnance was terrible.
The cloaking, the jetpacks. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would you give someone active camo to where they can equip it? You're supposed to find it on the map like you could in Halo 3. That was
That's
ridiculous.
really just my expectations. I mean, just have a great online, and I think that'll revive the franchise. So.
think of new ways to better the online experience. Just don't overdo it. Don't try to think of what AAA titles are out right now and try to integrate their features because that's just all these other AAA titles are out. They're going the wrong route. I can see. I mean, I'm not giving them the chance yet because we already seen the content every year is being recycled. And with Halo, the reason why Halo is, even though Halo had a downfall, but the reason why people would overhype Halo still is because the game doesn't come out every year. So that's why people would still be like, oh, I want Halo, I can't wait, even though they knew their last experience with the previous game wasn't as good. Why? Because the game doesn't come out every year, which is a good thing. So I'm hoping with this development time, they can actually pull it off and have a good story and a multiplayer. So,
Sean, do you give 2 cents about Halo?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I haven't played them, but yeah, I'd give it.
you're gonna be like, I ain't writing no article about Halo, and you're like, man, get out of here.
Yeah. All right. So E3 is going to be huge. I like people were saying that this has the potential to be like the biggest E3, the best E3 yet. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this year will be a win or fail? Like, will it be a huge disappointment or what? What do you think is going to happen? Will it be as good as people think it will be?
It has the potential, but the only way to find out is to actually watch it because, come on, son, say this every year. Every year around this time.
He's right. He's right, man. He's right. Oh man.
It's like the Call of Duty cycle. Oh, the next one's gonna be amazing. And then that honeymoon. Oh, it is amazing. Man, this game sucks. Oh, but the next one. Come on, son.
Two months later, people want the new one to come out. Like 2 months later, people talk about the new one. That's how bad the franchise got. But
I mean, what was the excuses last year? It was, oh, it's next gen. We about to see that next gen greatness. That was the excuse for
Last year what was it good to me? Last year's conference was good.
Next E3 they shouldn't show. The next E3 that's coming up, they should not advertise any media, anything else but games. If they try to advertise media or other products, that's it. It's over. I mean, I know
now,
Project Morpheus.
I can't speak for Microsoft, but Sony will. They always come out with the same crap. They always say
camera.
they always start talking about their sales. Then they start talking because they have to cater to all three platforms. Probably
They
gonna
know they're
start
going
off with
broke,
that.
so they're gonna bring up a camera too.
Probably gonna start talking about PS3 and how much sales it made and all of this crap, And then they're probably gonna talk about PlayStation now.
And Microsoft
And
is
then
going to come on and say Halo 5 and then just walk off. That's it. That's
I'll
all they need to say.
be happy with that. I'll be happy
That's
with
it.
that.
5 and a price drop. Thank you. You have a good
Oh
day.
yeah. And Black Tusk Gears of War. We're done, guys. That's it. And
That's all right.
we might bring
So
back.
5
long
seconds
is,
of Halo 5, show 10 seconds of Gears of War. Leave.
How long is Microsoft's conference is supposed to go for?
Isn't it like an hour, 2 hours or
I don't
something?
know. What time is Sony? I
Yeah.
know Sony. They're always last. So I know
It's like
Microsoft.
Sony's always at 6 p.m. because they're doing it from. They have their time frame over there as well. So their time frame is gonna be like early in the morning, while ours is like at 6 p.m.
All right, so we're going to go one by one of who wins this year's E3. I want to include Nintendo, but since they won't have a conference, between Microsoft and Sony, I'm gonna say right now, I think Microsoft wins this year's conference. Riku-san, who do you think is
I
going?
think
Sony or Microsoft?
gamers win.
Wait, we're going to go one by one, Sean.
He's like, I don't want to listen. I'm saying Sony. That's it.
Riku-san, Microsoft or Sony? I know you're wearing a PlayStation 4 shirt right now, but Microsoft.
We need to think about what's
Oh
being brought.
no. When I think about as far as what we know so far, Microsoft easily has the advantage as far as what we know. When you think about every single time when E3 is about to come out, like a week before or around there, that's when Sony's shit starts to get leaked. Every single time it starts leaking out, So
Especially in these past few
as of right now, we still don't know what the hell Sony has. We did not see Kingdom Hearts 3 come out of nowhere last year. Even though it's multi-platform, it was shown at Sony's conference, and everyone flipped out because it was at Sony's conference. Same thing with Final Fantasy 15. Those
Oh,
two
no.
things, they kept those two nice and
Final
tight.
Fantasy.
No one knew about it.
Stop.
So I have no clue what the hell Sony has. They could have a good lockdown on their megatons, quote unquote, this year. I have no clue. But as far as what we know right now, I have to give it to Microsoft.
All right, I respect that. All right, Peter, Microsoft or Sony?
Microsoft.
He doesn't even care. Halo's coming to PS4. Microsoft.
No explanation whatsoever, just Microsoft.
Without skipping
Done.
Microsoft is in his blood.
Sean, Microsoft or Sony?
gamers.
I like that. Gamers are going to win because we're finally going to get games, and this is not.
Not only that, the changes are being made because of us. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I love this competition. Fight.
Yeah, dude, this is definitely best for gamers because now we're finally starting to see.
Sony has to listen to us though. They're going broke. So they're like, wait,
If
how
there's
come we don't?
anything Sony needs to do, they need to get their updates in faster, man.
Yeah. Shredded, Microsoft or Sony?
I say the only reason why I say Microsoft is because they're not releasing too much information, and I see that they're probably going to release something sick about what they're going to do with Xbox and with the problem with games, because this generation turned a little bit upside down with how people viewing games instead of the gameplay, like myself. So I do see Microsoft winning this, but I will say one more thing: next year, I think Nintendo's going to blow people away with their console. I'm gonna call it out now. Nintendo's gonna kill it with next year's whatever console they're gonna release. I got a huge feeling about that, man. They waited so long. I put money on it.
Riku?
Dude, I have a really good memory, man. So next year comes, I'm gonna.
I'll be like, hey, so what about Nintendo?
It's been so long, man. It's been so long, and they're not even stressing it. Every time they get questioned, they're like, oh well, they don't even stress it. So I could see something crazy coming. Yeah.
They don't even
Please
care.
understand.
That Mac, Microsoft or Sony?
I don't know. It's kind of a hard choice for me. It's like, anything could happen. Some of Sony's plans, if it's true or not, got leaked. But just because some of it got leaked doesn't mean we know everything they're gonna show. They might have some sort of secret bombshell plan that we might not see coming. And the same for Microsoft
What,
too.
Last Guardian, nigga?
Last guy.
Last card. Last Guardian confirmed for the PS5.
That'd be fun.
Oh, you have to answer Microsoft or Sony.
Yeah, you do.
Guess I'm gonna say Sony on this one.
Oh,
Sony. Yes,
I
man.
got I can't get mad because I mean, but the thing is, I like more of a surprise type of thing, and if that list is
Yeah.
true, I'm not really hype about it. I'd rather them put out gameplay of Order on YouTube or something like that. I want to see something new, and I don't want to hear about delays. That's both of them. I don't want to hear no games being delayed.
oh, see,
Yeah.
as far as what we know about last year's conference, we're not going to hear any bad news around E3 time. It's going to be straight good news because
Sony
the bad
already
news,
knows.
the bad news is going to start after E3. Like, give it to about a week and a half after E3. That's when you're going to get all your bad news about all the stuff you saw at E3. Like what happened last year. Everything looked amazing, and then after it, wait, it's multi-platform? Wait, it ain't coming out till next 5 years? You gotta
Right.
wait till,
Sony only has a few life points left, and if they don't, cause remember they're gonna if they do go broke in a couple of years, I'll be so upset. But I'm saying like that's why
I've
that's
said
why
that for the longest. Like Sony is going to go bankrupt. It's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I do know they lost what 1.63 billion I think now.
yeah,
Is that
but
a lot?
people always talk about that, but what they don't understand is none of that was, all of that was from every other department but the PlayStation,
No, of
department.
course, but I'm saying in general, that's why I feel like Sony will bring the best they can bring. But you see, Microsoft got so much money,
Oh yeah,
they can just be like, all right, Direct 12, that's it. All right, guys, we got Direct 12. You're gonna expect the best experience. Like I don't know why they didn't do this in the first place. They thought going with that route they were gonna head
they
towards
thought
with.
Howard Clouds.
Yo, they don't even that's why Forza only has a few cars because they Don Greenewalt from Top Gear, he tried to get some of the cloud and Microsoft denied him access. That's why they barely had any features in that game. Hopefully they give out, some cloud service to these developers so they don't be cheap with their games.
All right, so E3 should definitely be exciting this year. I can't wait for it. On June 9th, I think it starts with Microsoft and Sony, and then on June 10th,
11.
Nintendo in the morning. So it's going to be good. Let's hope that, just like Sean said, this E3 should be the E3 for gamers. Like, it's just good for gamers because we're finally starting to see the competition that we need to see. Microsoft is starting to redeem themselves and stuff like that. So this is definitely going to be a great year for gamers. It's finally going to stop being dry on these next-gen consoles, okay, and stuff like that. So thanks for everyone that came through. Shout out to Reepuson. Check out his website, stfuandplay.com, right?
STFU? Shut the fuck up.
STFU and play.
Good shit, good shit.
Oh, my brother does not curse, so I said that. Peter, you want to advertise anything? Your YouTube channel, Twitter, anything?
Oh, well, if you want, check out my YouTube channel. It's Gaming Included. But other than that, no, not really. No Twitter.
Sean, you got anything?
Check out theplaceforgamers.com.
The funny thing is, I didn't even put it in my mind.
Wow.
Yes. Shreddy.
Couldn't help it.
I just want to say thanks for having me on here. I mean, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, then there's no link. I can't even put a link below.
I'm gonna put the links below though.
All right, so I mean, if he does put the links below, y'all can follow me on there, YouTube or Twitter. But once again, thanks. It was a blessing having me here with you guys, and hopefully next time too, man.
Yeah, man. Step Matt, what you got?
Thanks for inviting me to be on this podcast. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter or subscribe to my YouTube channel, both are called StatMac35. If you want to check those out, feel free.
All right, guys. E3 2014 should be fun.